Let us solve today's question. This is day 16 of 100 days LeetCode challenge. And today's question is insert intervals. You're given an array of non-overlapping intervals, where the intervals of I is given as the start and end, representing the start and end of the ith interval of the intervals, is also sorted in an ascending order by the start. You are also given another interval, which is the new interval, which also stores the same value, start and this represents the start and end of the another interval. You need to insert a new interval into the intervals which we defined before, such that the intervals is still sorted in the same ascending order by the start, and the intervals does not have any overlapping intervals between them. And after doing this, we just need to return the intervals after insertion. You're given an input with the intervals 1, 3, 6, 9, and the new interval is 2 and 5. We need to insert this new interval into the intervals in the same ascending order and then return it, which is 1, 5, 6, 9. Let's code it. For this, first we need to take an empty list, initialize an empty list to store the resulting intervals. For that, I'll be taking a result, storing an empty list. After that, we will be taking a loop to iterate over each interval in the given list. For that, for I in enumerate of the intervals, this will iterate over each element in the interval list. If this happens, we will take some if conditions. If the new interval, which is defined, if the new interval of the starting index is less than the n of the 0th index, if this happens, we just need to append the result of the new interval. For that, res, which is result.append of the new interval. After appending the new interval, we just need to return it. Return result plus the intervals of the I. After returning it, if this does not happen, we will take an elif condition where we are going to check if the intervals, if they are starting from the new interval and this is greater than the end of the current interval, we just need to append it. For that, elif the new interval of the 0th index, if this is greater than the n of 0 or from 1, if this happens, then we just need to result the append. Result.append of what we defined earlier, which is n. After appending the result, we will have an else condition. This is the base last case, which defines if there is an overlap between the new interval and the current interval. Else, we'll be having a statement new interval, which has both the minimum of new interval and maximum of new interval, and going to merge both of them. For that, I'll be taking a list which has the minimum of the new interval of the 0, also the n of 0. After taking the minimum, we'll be taking the maximum of the new interval, of the first index, comma, the n of 1, which is merging both the intervals. After that, we'll be returning the result. Result.append the new interval. We are appending the new interval, which is going to add the merged or the new interval into the return list. After doing this, we just need to return the list, which is result, which we stored earlier. Return res. there is an error in the fifth line, insert solution.py. If the interval of 1 is less than the n of 0. There was a small mistake that I made here, the indentation error, which I solved this, and after that I did not define the n. So after defining n, we are good to go. Accepted. Thank you.